Hello again. Over the last couple of years, we have come to accept it as quite normal that drag artists should be employed to run workshops in children's libraries. It is also more or less taken for granted that any man may turn into a woman just because he says that this is his identity. Scotland is, of course, at the forefront of this kind of thing, and a new law there means that anybody over the age of 60 may now change sex just by signing a form. With such things being regarded as quite natural, and those who raise their eyebrows being denounced as transphobes, most likely guilty of a hate crime, I don't suppose that anybody will be all that surprised to learn that paedophiles are now campaigning to have their own proclivities recognised as just an unremarkable subdivision of the LGBTQ scene. Why not, when so many other weird and perverted things are going through on the nod? Of course, paedophiles do not like being called paedophiles because there is something pejorative about the expression, and it does tend to make normal people regard them with disgust. For this reason, the phrase minor attracted person, or MAP, was coined. This sounds a little better. For some time now, militant paedophiles have been trying to get the LGBTQ scene to accept them and indeed embrace them as another of those minority groups who have been unfairly stigmatised, just like gay people themselves, in fact. They are looking for allies. If gay people, transvestites, and those who wish to change sex can be protected from bigotry and intolerance, then surely they are just as deserving of sympathy and support. There are signs that sympathy is indeed growing for them, and they have now scored a major propaganda coup because a report by the Chief Constable of Scotland, Ian Livingstone, actually calls paedophiles minor attracted people. The report, the annual assessment of the force's performance, says that the Scottish police were involved with the European project, the Horizon Europe project. It seems that the police in Scotland are committed to, and I quote, providing paedophiles with the necessary support, treatment and guidance to help prevent criminal activities. I give a link to this in the description to this video. Yes, you did hear that right. The police are providing them with support. Now, I am the most liberal of men, and I am happy for people to do as they please in their own home, and whatever consenting adults get up to is none of my business. But the idea that paedophiles are being supported or guided by the police is more than I can stomach. Adults fooling around in this way with children are wicked, and anybody involved in such activities should be sent straight to prison. Those trying to get us to accept these people and describe them as minor attracted persons are also wicked, and I have no hesitation in saying that we should not even attempt to have the slightest sympathy for them. This is a natural consequence of having put up with flamboyant transvestites running activities for children in libraries and schools. Once we allow that kind of thing for children, it was only a matter of time before we started thinking in terms of supporting minor attracted people and viewing them as folk in need of sympathy and understanding, rather than as bad people who should be arrested and sent to prison. Something very similar to this happened 50 years ago when the Gay Liberation Front was formed and began fighting for acceptance for gay people. Then too, paedophiles tried to get involved with the scene and make out that they and gay people were part of a common cause against prejudice. It failed at that time to work, but the way things are these days, I would not be in the least surprised to hear that the LGBTQ movement suddenly becomes the LGBTQ MAP. We must fight against acceptance for paedophiles and not let them foist off the term minor attracted person and insist that we show them respect by using it. Clear red line here.